Don't talk like that to me.
I can talk like that to you.
Hey guys, welcome to our new show called Spoiler Alert! It's Mike.
It's Dan.
Now, a lot of you have seen the videos of me and Dan just talking about all the movies that we love, specifically movies we've cried in, movies where we thought were romantic.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd make a show all about movies.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah. So if you guys like to hear our opinion on movies, then please watch us, subscribe to this new channel, because we'll be on here every single week talking about some of the coolest movies, also talking about some of the classics, and also giving you recommendations on movies you might have missed.
Definitely. And of course, guys, we're calling the show Spoiler Alert because we're going to be talking about the movies. Naturally, you're going to be finding out what happens in it. So if you haven't seen it, well, then either go see it or don't watch us.
And this week we are talking about
none other than
The Amazing Spider-Man Part 2.
You know what it is I love about being Spider-Man? Everything.
I was waiting for this movie to come out.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
Yeah. But, you know, actually, the first one, when I saw the first one, I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. But I really wanted to see the second one more than I wanted to see the first one. I think the first one, I really had I dumbed down my expectations because I'm a huge fan of the
original?
The
Tobey Maguire
franchise, which actually some of my friends who are huge movie buffs don't like, which I was like, I don't get that because they're awesome. So when the first one came out, I really didn't care to see it, and when I saw it, I was like, yeah, it was pretty good.
So did you like this Spider-Man better?
Yeah, I definitely
Andrew
did.
Garfield's better?
Oh, you mean better than the Tobey Maguire?
Better than Tobey Maguire.
Ooh, that's a really hard question.
Because here's the bigger difference, and it could be the writing, it could be whatever. But Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is not as fun-loving and comical as the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like in the Spider-Man 2 movie, he's cracking jokes like while fighting crime, like doing all that kind of stuff.
I love Spider-Man. I'm a huge comic book buff. Like he's a pretty funny guy.
Okay.
You know, and he's a brainiac too. And in the first one, the original one, you don't get that as much.
You know, I'm always paying attention to the romance part of these movies. But I'll tell you this. Okay, in the beginning, like as soon as the romancy part started to unfold, I started to dislike this movie.
Really?
Because I'll tell you why. Because okay, I hate it when the plot line is this wishy-washy. Shall we be together? Shall we not be together? Let's be together. No, let's break up because I'm Spider-Man. I don't want you to get hurt. But wait, I can't stay away from you, so I gotta have you. But no, I don't want you to get hurt. Make up your freaking mind.
I thought that was one of the better parts of the movie.
I hate that.
I love the chemistry between them. I found out later that they're actually dating in real life.
The chemistry is fun. I'm just saying. Remember, like the graduation? She invites him to dinner.
I love you. I don't love you. I love.
And then and then he shows up at the dim sum place. He just can't walk in.
Right.
He's like, there. He's like, all of a sudden, 180. I can't be with you.
And then she's like, you always do this to me. No, I break
up with you.
I break up with you.
Yeah. And then they get together again. What kind of annoyed me about this movie is that, all right, the first movie, what's her name? Gwen Stacy. She didn't die. Okay?
Right.
So this movie, the whole movie, I'm waiting for her to die. I'm just like, it's kind of like ruining for me. I'm like, is she gonna die? Is she gonna die?
Same thing, dude. I was sitting there thinking like, is she gonna die now? Is she gonna die later? Oh no, here's where she died. Oh, come on. I'm like, same thing, because that's the one problem, because we both know she was gonna die.
Right.
You know what I kept thinking though? There's like that theater was full of half the little kids, right?
Right.
I'm thinking, those little kids have never read the comic. I'm thinking they're gonna start bawling their eyes out when they find out that Gwen Stacy dies at the end. Like their dads and moms have to explain to them, oh, yeah, they killed her because, like, you know, it's just like, how do you explain to a little kid?
Well, that's the annoying part, because in the last movie, I'm like, is she gonna die? And then she didn't die. So this movie, I actually had some hope.
Gonna die.
No, I had some hope. That's the thing, right? I knew she was probably gonna die, but I had some hope. I'm like, maybe she won't. Maybe they won't kill her off in this movie.
Dude, you know, they have to kill her.
Anyway,
they have to kill her because you know what was also really bad? I kept waiting for Mary Jane to come.
Oh yeah.
I kept because all right, like if you know, I'm following the timeline of the movie, like when they casted this girl like Shailene Woodley or whatever. I don't know
like her, by the way.
She's good looking.
I don't think she's that good.
But anyways, like, you know, she got casted, right? Like, so a year ago, people know who's playing Mary Jane. So you know Mary Jane is in the movie, and you know Gwen Stacy's in the movie. You know Gwen Stacy's gonna die. So you know at some point Mary Jane is gonna come out. So the whole time I'm watching this, I'm just kind of like, I'm like nervous because I'm like, dude, like when am I gonna see Mary Jane? Like, and then I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, that's gonna be kind of bad. Imagine like the love of your life just died, and then all of a sudden this new girl comes into your life. It's like,
well,
dude.
they probably wouldn't have done that. It probably would have been like some kind of cameo where they randomly met.
No, but okay,
but
you're right.
They didn't put it in the movie.
Right, but I'm waiting.
You're waiting for it.
I'm playing out in my mind like what's gonna happen because there's a few things I know she's gonna say. If you read the comic before, the iconic scene where he meets Mary Jane, he opens the door and she's like, of course, like gorgeous redhead. She looks like a supermodel. She is a supermodel, and she goes, "Face it, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot." You know, so I'm like. I'm thinking to myself, are they gonna? I really thought this was gonna happen. So at the end, that graveyard scene where time elapses, you know, he's standing there for like whatever it is, 4 or 5 months. I thought they were gonna like fast forward into the future, like 10 years, and then he's still visiting her grave, and Mary Jane comes up, like they're already married. You know, it's like, and she knows that, you know, Gwen was his first love, because in the comic books, that's what happens. She's the perfect girl, you know? She's very supportive, but she also knows what she wants. You know, she's like, I'm making my decision. I'm gonna come, I'm gonna help you, you know, even though I could get electrocuted by this freaking...
Okay, that part didn't make sense to me at all, right? Okay, she made it seem like, oh, it's this complex thing that only I know how to switch this switch.
Yeah.
But when you get to it, it's just a switch.
All right,
And
wait.
You just had to flip it.
I didn't think that's. I thought that she was just making the case to go with him, and she was like, "Oh, I've seen the grids, like I've seen it," but she wasn't like, "I'm the only one that can help you."
I'm just saying, like, okay, they're making opportunities to kill her. Because it could have been anybody who went with him, but it has to be her, so you know she's gonna die. And then before all that, they say the fateful lines you don't say in Spider-Man movies unless someone's gonna die.
Which is?
The fateful line is, "I'm gonna follow you to London." Yeah, Spider-Man's not going to London. If Spider-Man says he's going to London to follow a girl, that girl's gotta die.
Yeah. Here's one thing I really, really, really love from the first minute of the movie, which is special effects. And
yes,
we love special effects. It makes superhero movies that much better.
They took it up a whole bunch of notches this time.
But I think that special effects suits Spider-Man the most. Why? Is because. And I don't remember the first Amazing Spider-Man, but you see it from the first few seconds of the second movie. You see him swinging from building to building from his point of view. Okay, they have not been able to do that in the past because the technology hasn't been there. But in this one, you really can see like, holy crap, this is what it would look like if I'm Spider-Man. And he's like, you know, it's pretty cool.
Here's what I don't understand from an emotional point of view. Okay. And I'm putting myself in place of Spider-Man. So Gwen Stacy dies. Gwen Stacy,
yeah.
So Gwen dies. And actually, I held up hope that, oh, maybe she'll be saved. She dies. She dies. And it's...
Hold on. Did you cry? Did you cry? You didn't cry?
You cried?
Oh, I didn't cry.
I bet some people cry.
No. Like, I didn't cry, but I felt like a little bit here.
Look. I think if you weren't expecting it, maybe you would. So anyway, she dies, and it's his freaky friend Harry's fault, right?
Right.
First of all, if you have a friend that acts and looks like that, end it, because that friend's gonna eventually kill you.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she dies.
Or kill someone you love.
Right. So she dies. I will be pissed. I would be going after Harry like you wouldn't believe. So what? He just leaves? Like I get like, okay. All right, you want to save her because she still might be saved? Right. I don't know. So, but if I drop her off at a hospital, I'm going after that dude.
Dude, I got you, bro. I'm going to go bat crap crazy. Like, I'm going to be going all over the city. Like, I'm going to be terrorizing the whole city. Just being like, where are you, man? Mano y mano. Like, let's settle this.
So I thought that emotional response was, I don't know, kind of lacking.
I was okay with that. I mean, like... He was devastated, you know, like love of his life just got killed. And you know, it's not like she got killed like he shot her or he killed her. It's like it's like he almost saved her. You know, like that's the thing. Like it's like the emotional distress of like I looked like I was saving her, and I thought I did, but I didn't. I was 1 second late. He was a split second late, basically.
I'm just saying, like the 6 months that he spent at the cemetery, like I'd be like looking for Harry.
But you know what's pretty cool though?
What?
When he shoots that last web to get her,
you see the
and
web
then the
kinda
web
looks like a
becomes
hand.
a hand.
Yeah.
That was cool. Despite waiting for Mary Jane, I was wishing that they left her out. And before I even read reports that they left her out, I didn't know that, by the way. They left her out. So I'm like, what the heck? They really did leave her out. So I went online and I checked, and they were basically saying like, yeah, what I was thinking is they didn't want her to clash with Gwen Stacy because it's like very emotional for Peter Parker. Oh, I was kind of confused. Okay, one thing I hate is electricity. I don't understand it.
You hate electricity.
I hate electricity. Like, because I don't understand electricity. So the whole time, I don't understand Electro's powers. No, I don't get his power. Like, I understand he's electrical, but okay, like can I zap you? Like, I'm a comic book geek. I need to know exactly what your powers are.
Dude, he can see currents like the Matrix.
So what?
So he can
That's
control
not a power.
He controls everything that can.
What do you mean?
Be conductive or needs electricity. He controls it.
Okay, first of all, doesn't electricity need to be grounded? So
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's confusing, and the only thing that
you're trying to make sense of superhero movie.
I'm
also confused why Spider bit that dude, and now he can shoot webs out of his finger.
I'm not confused because it was a radioactive spider, and the spider's DNA.
He should have got cancer and died.
No, because the spider's DNA bonded with his DNA.
You can't make sense of superheroes and their powers.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Yes, you can. X-Men are Homo sapiens with the genetic gene that turns them into mutants. Very understandable. Electro?
No, that's not the point. The point now you're trying to understand every X-Men's powers.
Yes, look, part of why comics and superheroes are awesome is the fact that, you know, you want to, it's science, it's sci-fi, okay? Electro from one moment.
How does Cyclops shoot laser out of his eye?
He's a mutant. All right, okay.
This guy is electrical!
No, but here's the point. Electro is not a mutant. He was turned into this creature that can see currents or whatever. And then all of a sudden he starts morphing like freaking Nightcrawler. Come on, you're telling me you're sitting there like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Electricity is everywhere. It's just everywhere.
And at the end, he's like zapping 1 billion volts of electricity into Spider-Man, like the entire power of the city, and Spider-Man doesn't die? Explain that to me.
No, because he had his web all like grounded and crap.
That's ridiculous.
I can't believe you're trying to make sense of that.
Yes, I want to make sense of powers. It makes, you know, I put a lot of emphasis on that. One thing I got to say about this Spider-Man and the last Amazing Spider-Man franchise is there was a total lack. I don't know if it's because I'm older, but I have no more epic feeling anymore left about these movies. And I'll explain that. When I was in 2002, you know, Spider-Man 1 came out, then 2. And I remember, it's maybe because I was 19. I mean, I remember like going to the movie theater and just feeling like I am seeing something epic.
You were.
I was.
Because that was the start of the superhero franchises.
Yeah. Good point.
Now you've seen it all.
Because, okay, that's a good point. But is it because I've seen it all? Or is it because it was better storytelling back in the day?
I think it's because you've seen it all.
I think it's
because, look, okay, when Hasbro started making like Transformer movies, your first impression is, well, you're making a live-action Transformer movie.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about Transformer like 3 or 4 or 5 now. I'm excited, but not when I saw not as excited when I was like, I wonder how they're gonna like display Transformers as a live-action.
You mean after
the curiosity is gone?
It came out?
No, the curiosity is gone.
You mean after the live action came out?
After the live action came out, the curiosity factor is gone.
All right.
Because you're like, okay, now I know how they do it. Now just about the stories.
I agree with that. But I also read an article today that it was exactly what I was feeling. Okay, it was a story on Grantland. This Wesley Morris, he used to write for the Boston Globe. So he was basically talking about Spider-Man 2 and how Sam Raimi was the original director. There was a lot more storytelling elements, I think. And it was, obviously, with a blockbuster like that, you need to please everybody. Okay, so I understand that. But I mean, just if you remember that Spider-Man 2, there was an epic scene where Spider-Man saves people on a subway that's about to fall off a ledge, and he's maskless and he's like almost dead. To me, that doesn't have anything to do with special effects. That is storytelling at its finest. That is movie making, because at that, and then do you remember like the iconic scene where, you know, all the people of the subway, they carry him up, you know, almost like he was like a fallen soldier, and they were like, no.
But that wasn't in Spider-Man 1 either. That kind of scene was not in either.
Oh, no, it wasn't. But in Spider-Man 2, I mean, that was awesome. So
yeah,
despite,
that was inspirational,
but they don't
tear-jerky-ish
correct.
scene.
But that doesn't have, that's my point. You know, that epic feeling, that wasn't just special effects. In this one and the last one, there's nothing like that. It's just like I'm watching a funny...
It's an action movie.
Yeah, it's
There's
an
no
action movie.
depth into it.
Maybe it's just not there anymore.
It's not in a lot of movies. You know where it was?
Where was it?
Draft Day.
I haven't seen that yet.
Draft Day.
For those, okay, we're gonna have to save that one for another time. So we come up with a rating system. Let us know if you guys like it. Go ahead, Mike.
Since I love dumplings, I'm rating this movie by the number of dumplings. So the highest a movie can get is 5 dumplings.
5 dumplings.
5 dumplings, which you can get for like $1 in New York City.
Which is like the best thing ever in New York City. Yeah.
So in the worst,
and it's not just any dumplings. It's like the fried, the guotie. Like the fried dumplings, the 5 for $1 you can get in Chinatown. That's the best.
Thai pork.
Ooh, not the jiu Thai,
I love jiu Thai.
Love it.
Love jiu Thai. Love it. I'm gonna give this movie 3 dumplings and maybe like another bite.
Okay. All right.
of a dumpling.
Yeah.
Because and I'll say this, I'll never see this movie again. I'll never see it again. Because I'll tell you why. I don't want to see her die again. I don't want to go through that emotional roller coaster of seeing this. I know she's going to die. Why do I want to watch it again? The point of watching a movie for me anyway is to feel better. I know she's dying, so I'm going to watch it again and be like, oh yeah, she's going to die again in another 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so I'm going to use... I love the dumpling rating system.
Sure.
But I'm gonna not be this. I'm not gonna copy you.
No, of course
I'm gonna
not.
use Pokemon balls.
Okay.
Those cute little balls that you throw and you catch Pokemon in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 3 Pokeballs as well. So it's basically the equivalent. Like it was all right. It was pretty good. Yeah. I would see it again.
You would.
I wouldn't pay money to go see it again.
You're gonna wait till it comes out on Netflix or something.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do. I love doing this. I love binging on superhero movies. So I'm gonna watch number 2 again. I'm gonna even watch Spider-Man 3 again. And most people hated that. I'm gonna watch it again.
Well, let us know what you guys think. How many dumplings or Pokemon balls would you give this movie? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know if you like our new show.
You know, we're thinking about making it into a longer show where we talk about, we don't just talk about a current movie, but as Mike was saying earlier, we could talk about a previous movie. Mike and I have seen so many movies. We love talking about all kinds of movies and also recommending some under-the-radar movies to you guys and possibly even doing like a lightning round of like movie questions that we ask each other.
And we could even get into TV shows.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's like whole new territory here. We're like discoverers. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. See ya.
Later.